I have done it. I have finally created the perfect 30 rainbow DK in this meta. And then Blizzard is announcing they're gonna change the meta. Oh my god.
Is it too much to ask that Paladin doesn't always destroy the noob ranks? Like, why is it always so good?
So I've got some good news and I've got some bad news, as you can tell by the intro that I just did. The good news is I have found a very good rainbow DK that I actually took from rank about 1000 since I was playing a lot of meme decks, and I went to about rank 400, and now I'm sitting around the rank that I am right now, primarily playing rainbow DK as like the deck that I am using to actually win games and grind ranks. And yes, I don't care about getting like any kind of finish right now, but it's still good to win games, and it's still good to try and figure out the best way to possibly play this deck, and I think this is the way of going about it. So I'm going to explain why exactly we're going down the climactic spending corpses route versus Handbuff, and why we are running Horseman, and why I believe that this might be the perfect list in order to beat all of the decks that you can possibly see on the ladder. So the first thing that I want to draw attention to is the fact that we are not running Threads of Despair hard in the deck. We are running it in our ETC. We have Threads, Dirty Rat, and Down with the Ship. Obviously, Dirty Rat is important for certain matchups in order to take away like Odin, for example. Threads of Despair is a very good AoE card, but Down with the Ship is mostly in here because we want consistency on stopping Highlander decks in particular with Hell Yeah and with Plagues. So now the question is, why aren't we just hard running it in the deck? Well, because this deck really does need every single one of these cards in order to sustain, spend corpses, and then maintain. And something else that we can technically do with this deck is that we can discover the weapon, the Plague weapon for Runes of Darkness. So we have a couple of different ways to lock out all Highlander decks, but you want to make sure that this deck is primarily fighting for tempo. I'm seeing a lot of lists that are running around with Scarab, with Dirty Rat, and with double Threads in the deck, and that is because I believe the deck is trying to be more controlling in order to build up the Climactic Necrotic Explosion combo. And I also have to say that Climactic is just the way to play Rainbow DK now, because Handbuff is just not good enough in Rainbow in particular, since you have way too many specific cards that are just kind of mucking things up, and they just don't have the right synergies at the right time. Handbuffing on Rubian Swarmguard is extremely good, but if that card gets dealt with, you're kind of out of options, and that's why I absolutely love Rainbow DK, because you get to fight with tempo with cards in your deck, and then you get to build up this big win condition that you can either use to deal 30 damage, which is very, very possible in this meta, or you can use this as like, I throw this at the opponent. If they can't answer the big minions that get generated, then I just simply win the game. So those are the ways to play your Climactic Necrotic Explosion. Another card I want to talk about, Horseman. Horseman is core, and the reason why Horseman is core is because this card is just a very good removal tool, but especially in value matchups where you're running out of cards, you need like extra corpse spenders. Headless Horseman is part of the reason why it works extremely well with Climactic Necrotic Explosion, because imagine just discovering like another Corpse Bride and spending like another 10 corpses out of nowhere, or having like a Banshee come down at the right time in order to give you more lifesteal cards. There's actually a lot of really decent undeads for you to discover. Even like Puppeteer to a lesser degree is not that bad. Skeleton Crew can give you another pretty decent option from like a 1-mana spell. The Excavate Treasures are still really good even though they're 1 mana. You can get this Yelling Yodeler with your Rezka. Like you can get a Rezka. Like there's just a lot of ways that Horseman can be very good when you do get to pop off the head combo and you get to discover undeads. But more than not, man, it's just a 3 damage hero power. Like it took me a minute to really be sold on this, not only as like a control value option, but it also can legitimately be a controlling hero power by deleting minions from the board, or you can use it to pressure. So it's just like Rainbow DK has like this really weird question it has to ask itself. Do we want to go all in on tempo, or do we want to go all in on control? And I really don't know the answer to this question yet. So that is why I simply built a tempo version of the deck, because I feel like just vomiting stats, dealing with big minions with like the poisonous, and drawing very consistently through our entire deck just feels exactly what a tempo deck wants to do. And unfortunately, with the idea of going for like a control style of this deck, you have a lot of cards that just sit in hand waiting for the opportune time to happen. I would rather play my cards, I would rather do things, and I would rather just like spend corpses and build up corpses throughout the entirety of the game versus playing this game of cat and mouse waiting for my opponent to do a very specific play in order for me to punish it. And speaking of punishing, Crusher is very good at punishing Paladins, punishing Demon Hunters, for example, because if you can get this weapon online to lock out their weapon, weapon, then it just automatically solos a lot of matchups. That's why we run 2 in the deck and we only have 1 runes in the deck, because there are some situations where we have too many weapons. You could maybe theoretically put another runes in this deck in the ETC, but Threads just feels like a card that is very good at the right time. Sometimes you need it in the early game in order to absolutely stomp hunters. Other times you're going to need it against Rainbow DK mirrors when they go really wide. But this is a very difficult card to utilize, so make sure you are double and triple counting everything, because even I've double, quadruple, omega counted everything and it's still wrong. But one more card that I want to talk about is Rainbow Seamstress. A lot of people seem to not be really sold on this card, but the reason why I like this card is because if you look at the curve of the deck, you have Salesman on turn 1, Mining Casualties on turn 2. The rest of the deck is cards you really don't want to be playing on turn 3, such as your Grimewalker, such as your Acolyte of Death. You usually don't want to tempo these cards unless you absolutely have to, or if you're trying to like gambit your opponent into being like, all right, I have this minion, you're not going to be able to deal with it, I'm going to play crop rotation and get a lot of value. Sometimes you could do that with Acolyte of Death. Very risky move to make. If you look at the curve of this deck, you just don't have a good 1, 2, 3 curve outside of Salesman, Mining Casualties, into Rainbow Seamstress. This is the tempo that I'm talking about, and also this card is just very good at being able to remove a minion and then still keep a minion on the field for essentially 2 corpses, since it does kill itself and then it brings itself back with the Reborn. So I really like Seamstress for this extra layer of tempo, and then this connects more specifically your turn 4 with your Hell Yeah, your Mom Paw, your Crusher, or even your ETC. So now you just have that 1, 2, 3, 4 curve that is very, very powerful, and then who knows, you can play like an Army of the Dead, a Corpse Bride or something. I just very much love tempo in this deck, and I guess the last thing we need to talk about is the Ziliax. This just feels like the one to go for. There was some arguments of potentially going for a +1/+1 in order to make crop rotation and Army of the Dead a little bit better, but unfortunately this is not a deck that plays a lot of token minions and has things stick, so it's just better to go for sustainability and healing, so that way you always have enough healing. Because some people are like, this deck has enough lifesteal, and it's like, I don't feel like this deck has enough lifesteal. I always want to make sure I'm at 30 health because I never want to die. Like, if Mom Paw gets a lot of value, that is great, but lifesteal is just one of the most powerful keywords in all of Hearthstone. I don't understand why you want to maximize the lifesteal. But this is my perfect 30 of Rainbow DK, and if you guys have any questions about certain cards or ideas that might be better than this deck, then please tell me in the comments below. I make these videos being like, oh, this is the perfect 30 Rainbow DK, because I really do believe this is the best way of building the deck, and if somebody has a better way of being able to play Rainbow DK, I want to play it. I could be wrong. I don't care about being wrong. I will say it one more time. Admitting that you were wrong is one of the most manly, one of the most brave things that you could do, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you've got a better deck than me, then prove me wrong. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck intro. Make sure to check out the Patreon, subscribe, yada yada yada, do all that YouTube nonsense. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck intro, and we'll see you for the next video. And hopefully you guys spam a lot of rainbows. Okay, hold on a minute. Threads against Paladin? Dirty Red against Paladin? No. Down with the ship? I don't think I want to keep ETC. Does it ever keep Reska against Paladin if I have this? 1, 2, I have 4, 6 cards. You know what? This may seem crazy. I'm gonna keep the Reska. I'm actually gonna keep the Reska. This is such a good hand to support it, dude. One crop rotation, and we're gonna get there. Okay, so let's play a game. Let's play a game. I think I can tell you the nerfs. I think I can tell you what the nerfs are gonna be. So this card is gonna summon 3/1s. This card's probably being bumped up a mana. My wish for Deputization Aura is that they just completely change the card. Just make it 2 mana aura, give leftmost minion lifesteal. So that way, charge Shroomskavate combos aren't insane. Shroomskavate, I just hope that they bump it up. Like, Wind Fury can maybe stay in the game. Maybe they take the Zeddy approach and make it to where I can't target heroes. That'd be kind of funny. Thrall's Gift, I have no idea what they're gonna do with this card, actually. Because all the gifts are 1 mana, right? They're not just gonna bump up the mana on this. They might actually, like... They might change Lightning Bolt from the card. They might actually change what's in the gift. I really don't know what else they could do. Change Bolt with Storm? Yeah, I feel like that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be weird, though, to see a card get nerfed that way. You know? Deputization Aura should only function on your turn. I mean, but... yeah, I could kind of see that. But then, that's very awkward to program into the game. You know? A minion has lifesteal on your turn. I guess that would be the way to word the card. But functionally, auras are always active, are they not? Like, even though Crusader Aura is not actively buffing, it's still active, you know? Nerfing Odin, there's a god. Odin's just probably gonna be 9 mana. That's the easiest one to predict. Aftershocks might go up 1 mana. They might make it 5. I don't know. I think they're just gonna nerf the Ziliax discount module though. That's just the only one. Yaki will be crying. Well, Warrior is Paladin for other people, you know? Like, I have been more frustrated with Warrior this expansion than I have been with Paladin. I've been crushing Paladins. Paladins are easy to beat when you lock them out, but you kind of have to, you do need to, you have to run very specific cards to counter Paladin. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Perfect 30 card decks are not just like the perfect 30 where it's like, oh yeah, these are all the cards I want in Rainbow DK. It's like, no, I need cards that are good against other decks, that put decks behind, that bring myself ahead. That's why Crusher is so good. He suddenly can't play weapon anymore. I hate Warrior more than Paladin right now. Warrior just counters more decks that I want to play. Control Rainbow is really good into Paladin. It really is. It shuts them down so easily. It's not even funny. Like, just look at this turn, by the way. Just look at this turn. Look at the tempo. Look at that tempo swing. If he's gonna play the Geode from this, then I deserve to lose, I guess. But Bio Rotator, they still nerf Shaman. Okay, I will tell you right now, Pink. I will tell you right now. If Warrior was not in the meta, if we did not have Warrior at all, Nature Shaman would be the best deck in the game. Like, no cap. It would legitimately be the best deck in the game. So it's kind of a good thing, is it not? It's kind of a good thing that they're nerfing Nature Shaman. It kind of needs to happen. Because we're just gonna do this and just force everything to the face. He still can't do anything with the weapon. But at least this is gone. He has another rush card. This is what I'm talking about, man. The attack on the aura is the problem. The attack on the aura is my problem. I just want them to remove the attack, and if they need to quote unquote buff the card to 2 mana to make it just lifesteal, then I'm fine with that. Throwing for content is always the play, Clark. Never forget. Never forgetty. So just Hero Power Crusher. Hero Power Crusher, do this, trade the thing. I guess technically we want to do it this way first, then. If we're gonna trade anything, because maybe we get the head. Maybe we get some head. Oh man. No head. I'm headless, bro. Look at how much health this dude healed. Yeah, because the attack is the problem. If it was just lifesteal, then like the 1/1 and the 3/2 and the 3/2 wouldn't matter. You know? Ask more politely. No, give head now. I got caveman brain. All right, I got the bluest balls. I'm not thinking with my brain. I'm thinking with my other head, dude. I'm thinking with the head, man. All I want is some head. I am quite literally headless. I can't taste. I can't see. I can't hear. All that I know is that I am without a head. I am without some head. You wouldn't want a caveman to give head? No, I am the caveman. I am the caveman. The caveman is not doing anything. I am the caveman. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. Your tears, delicious.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen nothing.
Maximum tempo. Cave girl. Why is the horseman insane? He's been headless all this time. Yeah, I mean, dealing 3 damage is nice and all, but being able to destroy the highest attack minion sometimes is pretty good. I see that you live in an apartment, and? What does that mean? You're talking about how I don't get head because I'm in a studio apartment? Is that it? Are you house shaming me right now? That's fair. In America, we constantly house shame everybody. Oh, you live in an apartment? Oh, you don't have your life together now, do you? The apartment is my cave? Yeah, it kind of is. This is essentially a cave. What is the hero power called? Pulsing? Bro, why is it pulsing? Hold on a minute, what? Why is it pulsing? Blizzard, why is this pulsing? Bro, that was some imagery I did not need. Oh my god. Blizzard. What the hell, bro? What the hell, Blizzard? What's with this imagery you put in my mind? Okay, I think there's still a technical lethal here, right? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't need to kill a minion. Damn it. I also didn't play Grammy. Oh, I fucking... Oh, what am I doing here, man? I was so fixated on lethal. This was such a dumb play. This is actually such a dumb play. Why nerf Odin? Because Odin Warrior is very annoying. Fuck me, man. Shit in the fucking hat. This was so bad. This was Omega bad, by the way. This was Omega bad. This was Omega bad, by the way. This was Omega fucking terrible. Man, I'm throwing. Oh my god, I was doing so good with this deck yesterday. I was playing perfectly. Like, actually almost playing perfectly. Aviana to 5 mana, Spell Mage to 6 damage to... Oh wait, what's the other card that they're buffing? Wait a minute, I didn't look at the other card. At least I don't remember it either. So Soul Stealer actually works. Okay, he's back up to 30. You know what? This just means we get to delay the game. We just get to have more fun, right? Yeah, we get to have more fun. That's what we're doing. 10 mana legendary? Call that stream stress? Yeah, honestly though. It really is sometimes. I don't think we need to disrupt anything, but then again, this deck just plays Shroomskabate out of fucking nowhere. I don't want to overreact playing Soul Stealer. So I think this is what we do, actually. So we play the weapon. Oh yeah, it's a 4 attack. Okay, that's cool. We do this. Then we do this into this. We lock out the minions so that way he can't do anything with it. And now we get to save our removal cards. I think I've been down too long in the Midnight Sea, Clark. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been down too long in the Midnight Sea. What has become of me? Yo, Hero coming in with the Prime. Thank you for that support, dude. Good to have you here. Welcome to the Horde, my friend. Guys, spam those emotes. Why do I not see people spamming emotes immediately? Why do I have to ask? It's gonna get asked every time. And if it doesn't get asked, then it's strictly a misplay. Does the extra health from Mom Palm Primus permanently increase health? Yes, it permanently increases health. It's very good. It is very nice, too. So this into this. I almost want to trade this away so that way I could, maximize the chances for head. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think we kind of have to do that. Maybe we should have done it first, actually. Yeah, we should have done this first, technically, but we could still get the Acolyte of Death. Come on, man. Oh my, another Horseman. I mean, dude, it's like actually correct. It's like actually correct, dude. Oh my god. Does DK have any counterplay to Nature Shaman? This deck in particular, probably not. This deck in order to counter Nature Shaman, we kind of need the Mom Paw on the field as quickly as possible. That's what we need to win this game. Wait a minute, bro. Wait, what if my poison minion survives? I have Army of the Dead. He thinks he's safe because I have the hero power. I got rid of my hero power, bro. It doesn't matter. It actually don't matter, though. I wish it upgraded hero powers twice. What am I gonna do? Deal 6 all of a sudden? What's the Ziliax? The Ziliax is discount and perfect, I think. You know? This is such an annoying minion to get rid of. It actually has to be this. I am 5-head? I am 5-head. Only a 5-head would have thought of this play immediately. A lot of noobs probably just would have played the Soul Stealer. I think I'm gonna hold on to the weapon, though. Yeah, I gotta hold on to the weapon. Just wanted to say I love your videos. I wanted to show support. Thank you, Hero. Thank you, man. Thank you for making the jump over to YouTube, from YouTube to Twitch, man. Because honestly, I have a lot more fun on Twitch, but that's just because this is the creative process. This is me throwing paint onto the canvas before, you know, I finish it up and post it for the world to see. Like, this is as experimental as we get. There is no head here. How do you know head's not happening right now? How do you know? How do you know, bro? You don't know. It's in the eyes. It's in the... Hold on a minute. So I'm 2 head. I mean, if you think about it, we're 4 head, right? Because, actually, no, we're 5 head. Because there's my head, there's 2 pumpkins, and there's 2 heads in the deck. Like, even though I'm the headless horseman, the pumpkin acts as my head, does it not? So that's, instead of 3 heads, that's 5 heads. Therefore, Clark HELLSCREAM is a 5 head gamer. I mean, it is pulsing, dude. Swear to God, I don't understand why pulsing. Is there any other like okay, what other P word could they have used? Putrid pumpkin. There we go. Putrid pumpkin. Putrid pumpkins work so much better. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, dude. Yo, do you guys see the play? The noobs would want to play Soul Stealer every single time. It's not Stealer, bro. Just make sure I'm not miscounting this. Yeah, I'm not. The noobs would have instantly played Soul Stealer. But that's not what we do here. 100%, that is not what we do here. This has to draw into the head, and if it doesn't, I am not destined for head. Bro! Yo, where's my head, dude? Where's my head, man? Still no head. All I see is Megamind's fucking smug face right now. It's the only thing I see in my mind. No head. No head. Nope. No, none. Top deck trust. I don't even need it at this point. I've already satisfied myself at this point. It took too long, dude. You missed your golden opportunity. GG, bro. Yep. No, still no head, by the way. Still no head gamer. Headless gamer. Creativity. Okay. Play Demon Hunter. DK is not fun. Wrong. Wrong. Just Donald Trump. Wrong. Nitpicking and bias. This deck is very fun. I love it. Don't troll Paladin. They gonna get buffed? Nah, bro. They're definitely getting nerfed. We know this for a fact now. This deck Omega gets nerfed. The Paladin, not me. I don't know, dude. I don't want to keep these. If this is the deck, then these don't really help. I need to draw into these cards later. Sick shirt. I was blasting the trooper this morning making coffee. Yo, dude. It's always morally correct to jam metal songs as loud as you can so the entire world can hear it. All right, it is always morally correct to do that. I just perked their shirt at random today, and honestly, when I put it on, it's like, wait a minute, this is actually a good idea, because I got something to tell you guys. Does anybody want to guess? No, I'll just say what it is. Should I create the deck? New nerfs will affect the deck. If you're low on dust, I wouldn't craft anything right now. But then again, if nerfs were announced today, on Tuesday, does that mean they're coming out the end of this week? It'd be coming out on the 28th or 29th, right? So that means 2 days. If you have infinite dust, then why are you asking me literally anything? If you have infinite dust, do whatever you want. Why are you asking me these silly questions? All right, so we do this for the removal because he's gonna have the shop return. Aviana is the worst possible buff for Druid. What do you want from me, man? You know what Blizzard's predicament is with Druid? Try to buff Druid, and then it doesn't make an impact and people complain about Druid not being good, or Druid becomes so good that everyone complains about Druid again. Blizzard can't win whenever Druid is in the mix, dude. It's just a class that just breaks all Hearthstone social norms. It's just, yeah. Druid is interesting, man. I'd rather that than them buffing OTK BS Druid. See, I don't... The issue, okay. The issue with buffing OTK Druid is that it is on a very thin line where, like, if they buff the right cards, it could be the best deck in the game, like, legitimately. Especially if they're nerfing Odin Warrior and they're nerfing these other aggressive decks. The issue with Druid, though, is that everything from this expansion, almost everything, like 80% of the cards that Druid got were spell damage cards. And if spell damage Druid wasn't going to be successful, oh, come on, why do they always get this? If spell damage Druid was not going to be successful, then what's Druid got? It's only got the cards from the previous expansions. That's all it really has now. Okay, so this is exactly why we picked Threads, by the way. Threads of despair, threads of despair, threads of despair. 1, 2, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, no, this is, okay, yeah, this works. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, DK Defile, GG. I have a 2-2 on the field. I was debating on killing this if I needed the extra damage in order to kill the 6/5s, but sticking a 2-2 probably feels better. Not our fault that Blizzard released those legendaries for Druid. No, it's not our fault, but it kind of is, right? Blizzard heard all last year, and I mean all last year, that ramp Druid is a problem and we as players don't like it. So they finally gave us an expansion where Druid doesn't have good ramp tools, and they gave us a legendary that's supposed to be more gimmicky than supposed to be good, and they gave us a good legendary too. Owl's a great legendary. The deck's just not surviving. It's a fine deck. Okay, we'll just go maximum stats instead of Mom and Pa. Enemy's poisonous worked in your favor there. Did it? The poisonous didn't matter. Based opinion, thank you. Like, we caused this. You guys gotta realize this. The designers listen to your feedback, and they do listen to the rage. It's just whether or not they agree with why you guys are angry. And they did agree that Druid locking out games by like turn 5 because they consistently have 10 mana, plus the best neutral cards in the game, they agreed. That's not fun to deal with. So your rage did actually contribute to something. Which is why you gotta be careful what you bitch about. Because who knows? If maybe you get what you want. But here's the thing. If you don't know what you're suggesting, and then suddenly you suggest a nerf, and then they listen to you, and then we have something else that pops up that you also didn't think about, then you have no right to complain. Because you also missed the exact same thing the designers did. All right, game design and Hearthstone in particular, I do not envy the game designers at all. Do not envy them at all. Trying to come up with the perfect Hearthstone cards that don't like absolute break the meta or don't just fall so flat that they're completely unplayable. It is such a hard job to do. And if you don't think it's a hard job, I'm not going to sit here and be like, Lamal, you're wrong. I'm actually going to ask you, make some cards. See how difficult it really is. Try to come up with something that you want in the game, and then like try to like balance yourself between making the worst card in the game and making the best card in the game. It's a really hard task to do. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Hero Power Ziliax, Hero Power Seamstress, that's 5. Puts us at 2, so that's the way to go. I don't want them to bounce this, so I'm gonna do it this way because I stick the board. It's easier to bitch about everything, though. I mean, yeah, anybody could pick up a keyboard and type something on Twitter, but the question is what you're typing, does it have any merit? I'll put the words helpful on every random card. Discover a random helpful card. There you go, man. If you don't think it's a tough job, just go and look at the Custom Hearth subreddit and see how many terribly designed cards there are. Yep. Exactly, dude. Armchair game designers, dude. What can you do when they're always right and you're always wrong? What can you do? What can you do when they are always right? I don't know, man. I guess you are right then. Jeez, you sure showed me. So we could do this into this, play Horseman, but that feels so bad. This is not a problem. Part of me just wants to hell yeah into Ma and Pa, but if I do that, the 6/1 survives. That's poisonous, right? Stealth, Wind Fury, Lifesteal. Oh, it only has 3 effects. Okay, all right, it only has 3 effects. Because it's counting itself. Okay, I gotta remember that. I think I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it this way. And I can discover a weapon with the rest of the mana. Alright, that seemed good. I'm fine with spending the corpses here because there's not a reason to hold on to the corpses, right? So we just spend the mana. And it's like I can't double minion because then the 6/1 survives. So we have to do it this way. The thing I don't like in Hearthstone right now is that Plagues turn off Highlander decks. So sad to dredge when you see Hell Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Reno decks need a counterplay. It just sucks that the counterplay is just... It's a counter. It's an Omega counter. It just is. Wait, hold on a minute. Those are my minions.
Take a good
You realize that you just gave me those are my minions. Give me my minions. Those are mine now. Those are my minions now, sir. Oh man, I love swing turns like this, dude. I watched your new YouTube video today, and I'm happy for your decision, especially that it's better for your mental health, and it also is awesome. You can make a living from streaming now. And see, that's another reason why I'm going into this. Like, I don't want to do competitive Hearthstone anymore because I'm finally in a position to where if I continue this trajectory, that's a big if. If I continue this trajectory, then we can survive off Hearthstone content for a long time. So it's like, why go through the possibility of missing my window to become a content creator, to become a legitimate, like, full-time, like, one of the best in the game content creators. Not best in terms of skill, but best as an entertaining sort of thing. I got a long way to go before we overthrow Rarin, though. That is gonna take some practice. There we go. Climactic would have ended it, by the way. GG, Rainbow DK's the nuts. It's just now we actually have testimonies and specific examples. You know, why won't you play Paladin since it's gonna get nerfed? Because I don't have fun with Paladin right now. The other reason I'm not playing Paladin is because everyone's trying to counter it. Dude, Micaiah fell. What happened? Who hurt my boy? Who hurt my boy? His ranks are as bad as mine now. Are the nerfs this week or next? I believe they're this Thursday. If they tease them today, right? If they tease them today, most likely we're getting nerfs on Thursday. Dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and dirt cheap. I want to see Taunt Warrior. Looks great against all aggro decks, but today, after Platinum, they disappear. Well, I mean, that's because the deck is unoptimized. It's kind of slow. There are way better options for Warrior, so people are playing those options. I could knock this out. I'd have to sacrifice my whole board for it, but then I get to hell yeah without any... Seems like the play. Dirty deeds, dirt cheap. By far the best AC/DC song. Or at least the most fun in my opinion. Early patch then, that's nice. See, I hope that they just are gonna just tick things down a little bit. I don't want them to brutally murder Handbuff Paladin, you know what I mean? I just feel like Deputization Aura is just way too fucking insane. It is just too nuts of a card. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my. AC/DC is overrated in my opinion, but the song is a banger. All right, I agree and disagree. I think that AC/DC recorded tracks are omega overrated. Yes, I agree. But you cannot sit here and tell me that if you saw AC/DC live, they are not overrated, bro. They are a live band, okay? Their live performances are better than most bands that have ever existed because you go to AC/DC to see the spectacle. You're not there for the music. You're there for the spectacle of seeing AC/DC, seeing the pyrotechnics fly around, them interacting with the crowd, maybe doing like some solos that you're not used to on the records. This is why live music is omega better, bro. This is why I love looking at bands' live catalogs and whatnot. Because like you could hear this song a million times and be like, oh yeah, this is so simple. But then when you hear it live, you're like, wait a minute, they're not playing it the same. Why are they doing things different? Because it's music. Because it's music. It's all about the moment. All right? You caught this moment professionally because it has to be professional because you have to make records and you have to, you know, put the music out there. But if you're a band that just does it note for note live, that's so boring. That's omega boring. Why would I want to sit there, pay $400 fucking dollars because Ticketmaster is a scam? Why would I want to sit there, pay $400 when I've already got the record if you're just going to play it note for note? Come on, man. Make a solo. Come on, man. Have some fun with it. Get jiggy with it. I don't fucking care. Do something different. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You could use a stream.
I know I do these a lot, but... Ooh, okay. You think Micaiah's playing Highlander? Micaiah actually could be playing Highlander right now. That's the only reason I'm considering the staff. Otherwise, it would be insta-pick the Crusher every time. I'm gonna choose to limit the Highlander. And also, extra plagues, they can work. It also works with the Horseman next turn, so that's why. I am only picking this play because I have actually seen Micaiah play Highlander on his stream. No Stitch Giant? Nah, the reason it's not in the deck is because there are times where it's a dead draw. Okay, this is not looking like Highlander. This is not looking like Highlander, man. Kind of scaring me. You know how you hate Paladin Aura? I hate DK Poison combo and Tentacle Crap. That's all I could say because if I say my thoughts, you will probably ban me. Bro, I'm not gonna ban you. It's your personal preference. You're allowed to disagree with me. I'm not just gonna delete people from here because they have a different opinion than me. I'm gonna kick people out of here when they're like, hey, if you're respectful about your opinion, I don't care. All right? I hate Hunter. All right? I hate Hunter, but I don't ban Lynn, Sidisi, and Ron Mexico every single time they're in my stream. I don't like Hunter gameplay half the time, but I'm not gonna ban every Hunter player I see. Go ahead, man. Express your opinion. I don't care. Clark hate the number 7 though? See, I actually don't, but I hate people that abuse the number 7. You know what I mean? They abuse it. All right, Rezka is ready. If cart costs 400, you get 400. Hunter is my main, you damn fool. I just don't like it, man. The pumpkins do be pulsating. Or, I'm sorry, pulsing. Pulsating and implies something else. Okay, so if it's Highlander, we've already done our job with this, but I'm really sad that I didn't keep the other weapon. I don't want him getting these buffs, man. I really can't let him do this. I want to just play the Corpse Bride. You know?
Till death do us part.
Full tempo.
You ain't never seen nothing. Buried dead or alive.
We're just gonna kill him next turn. Good evening, Sir Claudius the Third. Wait a minute, who's the second and the first? If I am the third, then there needs to be a second and a first, and my father's name was Christopher. His name was not Claudius or Clark or anything like that nature. His name was Christopher. I don't know why I felt like I had to pull out the English, British, or whatever accent I just used, but... Oh, I was twice removed. Oh, and wait a minute, am I adopted? Is that why I have this accent? I never fit in America, for some reason. I don't understand why I have this accent, but now it all makes sense. I love the accent. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to be genuine. I'm not trying to sound a specific way. I'm just trying to talk normally while talking in that accent. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to do like a Hugh Laurie thing, you know, where it just comes naturally. I love when Americans do British accents. It's so funny. Oh, water, save the queen. Beans. Nah, man. Yeah, that's my impression of British people. Beans. Beans and toast. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Eggs on toast. There is no Queen Clark? Oh, no, he's still a queen, bro. He's 100% still a queen. What you talking about? Wait a minute, bro.
Buried dead or alive.
Wait, do I just win?
Buried dead or alive.
I do.
Do we ever just keep crop rotation in the mirror? I think so. Just woke up and I get Clark playing Hearthstone, listening to Pink Floyd. Yup.
And I get Clark playing HS and listening to Pink Floyd.
Good to have you here, Andreas. Welcome back to the Horde, my friend. Thank you for the 3 months. Thank you for those 3 months, man. These 3 months have been better because you have been here, and I'm not even kidding. Just woke up, what the fuck? I mean, hey, man, you don't know what time zone he's in. What is the time in Hawaii right now? Like 5 hours? From 5? From 2? That's early. I'm not gonna do the math because I'm lazy, but that's really early, isn't it?
Any problem?
The mega nerf announcement on Twitter. I did. I don't really think that they're mega nerfs though. I just feel like they're toning down the decks that are clearly the best right now. And like, as long as these nerfs don't delete the cards, like toning down these decks, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine situation. Maybe Druid's not virtually unplayable like we think it is. It's 8 hours behind. Okay, that's a lot more time. 7 p.m. in Poland. Deck code, exclamation mark, deck, get you the code. I hate Paladin. I completely get it. I don't think Paladin is a problem at top legend, but Paladin is a 100% a problem at the lower ranks. I have no minions, Lamau, but at the same time, fuck, that's a 2-8 on turn 3. I have to play my Frost Strike or something. Ooh, Acolyte of Death. I think we hold on to that because we have coin.
Battle.
Oh, yo, Remorseless? Got a 9. Wait, we got 8 cards. Then we're at 8 cards. Then we're at 9. I play coin into 3 cards. That's 6. I overdraw a card. I technically overdraw if I pick Remorseless Winter. It also doesn't really seem necessary. I think I'm just gonna pick the dog then. What the dog do? Oh, that's hell yeah? Okay, that's infinitely better. Did I talk about the Odin nerf already? Not really. I mean, because we don't know what it is. It's all theoretical. But if you want my opinion, just going to 9 mana. Is it gonna? I don't think it's ever going to 10. Odin is just gonna be a 9 mana card now. Clark has more views than Kibler right now? Wait, what? How long has he been streaming? That's a very important question. Because, he might have just booted up the stream, man. How long has he been live? Oh, wait, that's Baby Bear. I accidentally clicked on Baby Bear. Baby Bear's got more views than Kibler right now, too. Yeah, dude, okay, bro, you're not even right. Kibler went live 12 minutes ago, and he's already at a higher number than us. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but it's not true. Yeah, 12 minutes ago, and he's already at a higher view count. Dude, I'm no Brian Kibler, okay? Nor do I want to be a Brian Kibler. There's only one Brian Kibler. All right. Hearthstone will start. Day 9 will start restreaming Hearthstone from today. Perfect. Maybe I can actually meet him. New Clark is gonna top soon. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe my YouTube is better than Kibler's. Let's take a look see. Let's take a look see. If I look at Brian Kibler's Hearthstone YouTube channel. So we look at his most recent videos. 21K with just one deck, 23K, 28K, 31K, 24K, 32, 34, 11K. So like these are all good numbers. These are definitely better than my numbers. But one thing to keep in mind whenever you're looking at averages and whatnot is to look at the subscriber count. Okay, and we'll look at this after I make my turn. Ooh, just kill the mom and pa. I think it's actually just play Horseman every single time here. Because I want this dead. I don't want him having the extra health. And I don't have Grimy, so doing this into anything else just doesn't help. This into this is 7, so that's not enough to kill, so we'll just get rid of it. You mean you're not Brian? Don't call me Brian, Brian Kibler. No, exactly. I am Clark. Don't call me Brian Kibler, HELLSCREAM. All right, that is me right there. My YouTube content is better. I just think it's different. Kibler has a different niche than me. I feel like I have to do a lot more though. Kibler just needs to post something and people watch it because it's Kibler. I don't think I'm at that point quite yet. We're getting there, but Kibler has, you know, the audience that will watch whatever he puts out because they love his content that much, and that's good. That's the kind of audience you want. And we are slowly getting there. Slowly, but we're getting there. All right, I kind of wish I went for the Remorseless Winter now. What do we do? What do we do here? I could just draw the 4. I feel like it's just the best play to make here. Oh, come on. Oh, wait a minute. Did I misplay? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. No, it wouldn't have been enough. I wouldn't have had the mana for it. Okay, this is fine then. Because we can army the deck back into... army the dead back into Ziliax or something. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Sub-a-lub-a-dub-dub.
Dub.
Yo, what's going on, Dino? Thank you for the 9 months, man. Oh, we got a child now. Wait, what's our baby's name? We got to name the baby, right? We got to name it. Thank you for the support, dude. Welcome back to the Horde as always. Okay, so this is important to do. Maximum board. Weapon? We've already got a weapon and we can find more. We need Deathstrike. All right, there we go. Maybe there was an argument to not actually expose the Ziliax because it would have forced him to hero power. But I want maximum healing from this. But then again, he would have hit it twice. It actually was, no, it was wrong. It was actually wrong to expose the Ziliax like this. Okay, well, hold on. So, going back to what we were talking about. So, if we look at Kibler's views, and this is honestly what all the Hearthstone YouTubers that have been around from the very beginning are having problems with right now. They've got, like, a lot of subscribers, right? Then why aren't the views translating? He's got Omega more times subscribers than I do. And his videos are sitting at around 20, 30K. My videos, with about 16K subscribers, are doing around 8K, 20. Okay, this is a high roll. This is actually probably the best video that we've made so far if we give it a couple more days. But 8K, 20K, 6.6, 7.8, 9.9, 7.1, 7.7, 7.2. Like I have more active I have a higher active percentage of subscribers than Kibler does. So the question becomes, which one is technically more successful? Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. And that's the funny thing. Like, I would argue that both, I mean, they're both successful, but one has a better trajectory. But Brian Kibler also has another YouTube channel that just recently hit 100K, and it's his Magic the Gathering content. So it's honestly just, I'm putting in more work into Hearthstone, and I'm yielding better results because I'm putting in more work, while Brian Kibler has been playing Hearthstone forever, but he's also doing a bunch of other projects. So, I'm not saying by any means that I am a quote-unquote better creator than Kibler. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. All that I'm saying is that my Hearthstone audience is more active than his Hearthstone audience. Because a larger percentage of his Hearthstone audience just doesn't watch him anymore. But he's doing other things and he's keeping himself relevant, you know? Doing the Magic the Gathering stuff. He recently got freaking Ben Brode to play Magic with him. Alright? I can't do that. I do not have the cojones to pull in someone like Ben Brode yet. Alright? One of these days, man. Maybe I can be the person that bring him back to Hearthstone. A leg up saying, sure, okay, every 5 seconds. I mean, what's wrong with that? If there's not much to say, then, you know, there's not much to say. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want to just get... Dude, the stuffy is so bad. I love the art, but this card is actually really bad. Do I really want to try to forward 2 into a 2-1? Ugh. Give him shit to do? I don't want to do that. Okay, this has down with the ship. Do I plan on doing live streams on YouTube? I do, but the issue is I'm gonna have to switch to OBS because the OBS multi-streaming thing is better than the Streamlabs one. The Streamlabs one I have to pay money for, and I'm having more problems with Streamlabs anyway. So one of these days I'm gonna have to redo everything and convert this stream. Wait, what? Bro, what are you doing? What? Huh. Does this mean that I can just play mine next turn and it probably wins? Because he's just about to break the weapon. The weapon's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's got Ziliax. Wait, why is it only telling me it's got Acolyte of Death? No! That was the good one. That was the good one just because I missed the battle cry. Assuming I don't die here? Bro, how do I die? He just played the big burst card. How about Reno and ETC? It's times like these, time and time again.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
The worst.
Great harvest,
Don't you always go face here? Why do I want to go face? Oh, fuck me, man. Okay, that was a reason to go face, I guess. I wanted to put up a wall. We wanted to build with the tempo. I don't think they're just going face was correct there. Like, if we're talking about just play the climactic, no. No, we're definitely not doing just that. I could have sworn he could have killed... Wait, did he not kill the Ziliax with a weapon? I guess I missed that. Yo. 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 Gimme. I don't even care that he can poison his kill and I get the HP, bro. And now I get the Soul Stealer too? Isn't this game just freaking over now?
Get him, Paul.
Alright, that works. I don't care if he kills the Primus. I really don't. I got the value from it. I got 19 health from it, dude. Okay, that... Is this really going to be a matchup to see who gets head first? Wait a minute. Wait. What? What if that's Owl? Wait a minute, what if it's put Owl into the deck? Ha. Ha. Wait a minute, I like that a lot. Wait a minute, what if we put Owl in the ETC? Huh. Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Just ignore him. Just don't. Yeah. Owl, blind, was it Sharp Owl? It's whatever card like draws a card that didn't start in your deck. That Owl. Blind Seeker Owl, I think it's called. Viper, of course. It's a dragon. What? Galakrond is very bad, dude. Galakrond is omega bad. Okay. It's a dragon? I could have sworn it was wait, no, it's an owl. It's not a dragon. A card that draws a card, it draws a card from your deck that didn't start there. I'm not talking about the 3-mana 4/3 dragon that adds a card that started in your hand. It's the gargoyle thing. I swear to God, this is an owl. I swear to God, it's an owl, dude. It's a griffin. I guess we'll see after this. Do I just jam the climactic face? How does he deal with it with the Galakrond hand? The Galakrond hand can kill minions, but he's got to invoke the Galakrond. I'm dealing 14. I have 7/14 minions. Kind of want to see the Galakrond win. Well, the Galakrond has anti-synergy with his hero power, though. Like, you know, that actually begs the question. What happens if you replace the hero? What happens if he plays Galakrond and then draws the pumpkin? Would it replace it with the new pumpkin? I actually don't know the answer to that. It's an owl creature they use in WoWs as the class hall mount for priest to back in the Legion. Is that the perfect 30? I don't think Hearthstone Brew is the way. But then again, in the ETC, it does make sense. The head should do nothing. Yeah, because like he doesn't have the good card. Okay, I like this song, but I'm not in this vibe right now. Here we go. Now, if I want metal music, this is the kind of metal music I want. I'm pretty sure it would just do nothing. Does Galakrond gets head? Nah, man, Galakrond's a priest. All right, it's literally not allowed. It's literally not allowed. Isn't that against the priesthood? You can't have head in the priesthood, man. I'm sorry. He bought the Hearth bundle. I don't know why, but he wanted that golden hearth, I guess. This just doesn't help him, right? It's just GG. Yeah, dude, it's just game over. Booyah! This is why we don't play Hearth, bro. He stuck himself. Like, I knew the cards that were in his hand, and I knew that he wouldn't be able to deal with 7/14 minions. So it's just like,